So I'm sorry to say it, guys, but I may be cooked and you may be too. What I'm talking about today is the recent Prime lawsuit that went down, and it is fucking crazy. Let me explain a little bit. If you don't know what Prime is, it is the energy and hydration drink that Logan Paul and KSI came out with. I think roughly 2 years ago they came out with it, and they recently added some other partners, like Speed, I think, is the recent partner that they added to it. The main appeal is for energy drinks and for hydration drinks, like a more sporty Gatorade drink, and then the energy is supposed to compete with like G Fuel and Gamer Supps and all of that. They're mainly supposed to be for kids. That's what their biggest market is towards kids, probably 20 and under, so a younger audience. And recently Prime had been hit with this crazy lawsuit. So first off, part of the lawsuit is that they contain more caffeine than it claims. There's just one little anecdote here from WHIO TV, some news site, basically talked about how Prime advertises their drinks to have 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is a lot of caffeine, not as much as G Fuel or some other energy like Bang, stuff like that. But they actually tested it to find out that it has 225 milligrams, which, I don't know, seems a little nitpicky. Yes, they did lie about it, and that's a little distrusting to your general audience, people who like to consume your products, soon to find out that you lied about this. Why not lie about, like, putting rat poison or some shit into the drinks, which I just made that up. I don't think they do, but you get the point. You lie about one thing, who's to say you don't lie about other things within the drink? And that's partly what happened here. Logan Paul previously pushed back the claim that the drink is marketed towards children. He said 90% of his audience is above 18. 93% of Prime's audience is above the age of 18, according to Instagram's analytics, which, I don't know, it seems like you can say that, you can pull up the analytics and all the number crunching bullshit, but the majority of people that I have personally seen with Prime are little kids. I don't see many like 20-year-olds walking around buying and drinking Prime. I don't know, that could just be my area, but I don't think it's 93% above the age of 18. I really think he's just pulling our shit out of our ass with that one. I have a few different articles here talking about the allegations against Prime. The big thing that I wanted to talk about is the toxic chemicals. Yes, the harmful additives in Prime, which is pretty mind-boggling that this got passed. There's definitely testing that has to be done before things can go onto public shelves, and it seems like they just paid off whatever person did these checks like some mafia fucking movie, because there is some bad chemicals in here. These chemicals that are allegedly in the product contain FBAs and FPOs. I was a bit of a small brain. I didn't know what these were, so I had to look them up. FPAs are
perfluorooctane sulfonic acid.
Yeah, that thing. And then the other one, instead of me trying to kill myself trying to say this,
perfluorooctanoic acid.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Flufluorooctanoic acid. I definitely said that wrong too, but you get the point. They're concerned because they do not break down in the environment and can move through soils and contaminate drinking water sources, build up in fish and wildlife. These have been associated with lower birth weights, decreased antibodies in young children, and increased cholesterol in adults. So obviously these aren't very healthy to have in your system, and that's why Prime is getting sued, because they have a very unhealthy amount of these PFAs and PFOs in the drinks. The shocking thing is that they have an astonishing 3 times the amount that you're supposed to have in your entire life. They have an astonishing amount of PFAs and PFOs in them, to the point where, how did you fuck this up? Like, the guy had one job: make sure this isn't contaminated, and he just like went off into the break room like Homer Simpson, just fell asleep with a donut in his mouth. Prime is alleged to have made false and deceptive representations, including nutrition representations made by Prime, which include claims that the product is a hydration drink with no artificial colors or flavors, while containing 250 milligrams of BCAAs, which aren't bad for you, B vitamins, antioxidants, and it came out that their claim that the product is free from artificial colors and flavors is false. It's alleged that all of the information shared on the bottle is to intentionally convince consumers or customers the drink is healthy to consume and will have beneficial side effects, while failing to mention it has harmful PFAs. And then this also explains that it's a harmful man-made chemical. It can lead to reproductive effects, including decreased fertility or high blood pressure in pregnant women, developmental effects or delays in children, increased risk of some cancers, interference with the body's natural hormones, increased cholesterol levels, reducing the body's ability to fight infections, and more. So, as you could probably guess, this is a pretty lofty lawsuit. They basically got caught with their pants down here. They raised $250 million in retail sales in its first year and ranked 6th in sports drinks in the US for drink sales. That is a lot. I mean, you can do some simple math. 250 million. How much is a Prime? Walmart here, it says it's about $1.88-ish. We'll say $2. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. If that's just $2 per Prime drink, that's what, 125 million drinks sold, basically. That's 125 million people, maybe give or take some, but that's 125 million drinks sold that could potentially be different people who ingested that harmful stuff. And I'll admit, I had a few Primes, not that many, but if you have one, you're basically cooked. Now I have all that mumbo jumbo shit in my system that's gonna potentially fuck me up. I mean, it's probably not gonna be anything crazy if you just had a few, but I mean, all these kids having multiple Primes, you know, I've seen people handing them out at like Little League games after they get done with the games. So I mean, it's it's very deceitful and a very harmful thing to do. I don't know. I don't think they will be able to get themselves out of this unless they can prove that there's no harmful things in here. Supposedly, this lawyer was contacted by a young boy who supposedly has leukemia after drinking Prime hydration, and the PFOs and PFAs have been linked to specific types of cancers. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not exactly sure if this boy got leukemia just from drinking Prime, unless that's all he drank all day, every day. Wake up, mouthwash with Prime in it. You gotta wash your pills down with Prime, and then have a Prime next to your bed in case you get thirsty in the middle of the night. You can just pop that shit open and drink it. But Prime's only been around for what, like 2 or 3 years? But at the same time, I don't know. It's kind of a new thing that came out recently about Prime. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. I apologize if you drank Prime because you are officially cooked. Probably not, but it feels bad to get lied to and shit like that. And let me know if you drank Prime or if you like it or anything else, if you have a differing opinion. But yeah, that's about it. Go check out the Twin Soul shop. Our clothing is up now. Got some cool shit in there, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.